right, how about now? Hopefully y'all can hear me now. Sound like it unmuted. So hopefully y'all can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me, brother, on the YouTube. Appreciate the update for sure. So I don't want to be talking to nobody and nobody can hear me. I was going in over here. You know what I'm saying? So essentially, hopefully if y'all can hear me, let me know if you can hear me. You know, I want to make sure that my message is being understood and clear. You know what I'm saying? But what's your advantage in life is the title of today's not routine, but today's broadcast. You know what I'm saying? So brother TXL on my phone right here. Can you let me know, brother? Can you hear me now? You know what? Let me check here myself. Make sure that we are being understood here. There we go. All right, we tapped in. All praise. All right, so audio back in place. Salute to everybody once again. I'll go ahead and do one more introduction because I did basically 3 of them all together. Yes, sir. Oh, thank you. So what is your competitive advantage, right? It's essentially the meat of this conversation. And you know what I want to talk about everybody with is, you know, you have a unique genius. You have unique skills that are about you that maybe you don't know, you know, what it is that you have to offer. Maybe you have no idea what those skills are. You don't know anything about yourself. And you're like, man, I just can't. I can't do that. I can't do what it is you're talking about, Master Mycellf. If you're talking about building a business, you're talking about even providing better service and anything that you do. You're talking about just being the best at what it is that you choose to do, whatever that may be. You got to know and understand that there's a specific set of skills and advantages that you were given in this life, okay? And so I asked you all the question, what is it that you have as an advantage in life? If you can take on this frame, this idea, once again, you can begin to change the way that you are creating effects in your world, right? And our objective is to move consciously into the space and the realm where we can all create our own services, create our own businesses, create our own a way of giving to the world, right? You want to share your value with the world. Why do you want to share your value with the world? Let's ask that question, right? Why is it important that I need to share my value with the world? Well, the world needs to know that you are you know, contributing to life. And when you are contributing to life, you're now in action of, this is the video that I made earlier. You're in the action of, or really what I talked about a couple cycles ago, but you're now in action of the law of exchange, right? The law of exchange says simply that you got to create, or you got to deliver. I say create because created by zero just got on, salute, brother. You gotta deliver, right? Your gifts, your talents, the skills that you have, right? In order for somebody to recognize those skills and those talents and that value that you have to give to the world, right? So wherever it is that you are, you have an opportunity to begin to maximize the effect that you're creating in your world because of your disciplines, right? Because of your commitment to figuring out what it is that I have about me that is so unique that I can provide for the world that ultimately nobody else can you know, take from me, if you will, or nobody else can fill in the gaps for me. No, I'm the one that's in that creator seat, if you will, right? I'm the creator of my reality. I'm experiencing this reality just as you are experiencing your reality, and you have your own perception of what that is, what your experience of reality is. So, you know, you have an opportunity to actualize the skills that you were born with, right? But that you've, you know, whether you're aware of it or not, you've been cultivating these skills over time. You get what I'm saying? So you have an opportunity to really figure out what is it that I have that nobody else has, right? In my experience, like if I was not myself and I didn't know what it was that I had, then I would be here listening to me and wanting to tap in, wanting to plug into, you know, some insights. And so like, okay, how can I go about figuring out what it is that I have that people come to me for, or that people would come to me for, right? So, you know, first of all, we talk about, so I listed 3 different steps or 3 different understandings, right, as to how to identify your advantage in this life, right? And so the first is recognizing that you are, once again, just like I got done explaining, but you are a unique genius, right? If you are tapped in with me, this is something I know on a greater level, right? If you connect with me in any level, in any manner, you have the ears to hear, you have your own foresight, if you will. You are dedicated to evolving on your path. You are moving in a direction that you cannot be stopped. If you are tapped in with me, you are at that level. You get what I'm saying? You're not hearing my words without that being the case, because that's the frequency that I'm putting out, right? So I'm talking to the geniuses of our world, the geniuses of our time, right? So as a genius, you gotta just simply ask the right questions. When you ask the right questions, just like ChatGPT, right? You ask the right questions, you're gonna get the right output or the answer that you're looking for, right? So first we ask the question, what do people come to you for, right? This is how you start to get insight on what your competitive advantage is in this life. And what is the competitive advantage? Well, it's the advantage that you were born with, once again, right? There's like a blueprint that says that you are successful. There is a roadmap that says that you have the elements of success within you. And all you got to do at this point in time is start to cultivate those and be aware of it. Really, you just got to be aware of it because you've been cultivating your whole life, right? So once again, coming back to the question, what do people come to you for? Let's be conscious of that. What do people, ask you about? Like, hey, Master Mycellf, you know what I'm saying? How do you stay so disciplined? That's literally a question I get. How do you, handle your process? How do you handle women, right? How do you handle, life, business, and things of that nature, right? Like what is it that you use to go throughout life, right? So whatever that is for you, that's a hint as to the value that you have for somebody else, right? So what do people come to you for? What do people seek from you when they engage with you, when you have a one-on-one experience? Or, if somebody has ever come up to you, and once again, I'm talking to masters, right? So everybody that's here has somebody that comes to them for, whether you realize it or not. It could be a family member, it could be a coworker, it could be somebody that works under you, it could be just a very good friend. You get what I'm saying? It could be a brother with an IMC Nation if you're tapping the IMC Nation. Whatever that is, somebody comes to you for something. So that's an indication of, okay, this is my creative advantage at this point. Right? There's something that you have that nobody else has, and people come to you for that, right? So that's the first step. Identify what that is, right? And write these things down. This is my suggestion, right? This is how I create in my world. I write things down, right? And the moment that I write it down, it becomes more evident in my world because, the first manifestation is actually transferring from the thought to an actual physical reality. We have the means to be able to do that because we have our intelligence, right? Once again, I'm speaking to the geniuses because I know that the geniuses are here to listen, you know what I'm saying, and tap in, you know what I'm saying? We have Brother Saxophone, salute. And, you know what I'm saying? But, I know we have brothers on YouTube as well. Matter of fact, we make sure I check the chat box, make sure nobody's speaking here. All right, we're good. Yeah, if y'all ever got questions or anything like that, you can put it in the chat. I'm gonna make sure I get the chat up for the IMC TV. Oh man, you know what? I need to switch profiles. Let's see if I can. Dang, it's tough. All right, we're gonna let it be. So once again, I'm speaking to the geniuses, right? What's up, Lady Leopard? Lady Leopard is on. What's going on with you? What do people come to you for, right? What do people have an insight for, or what do they seek from you when they are looking for the insights from you? Okay, that's number one. Number two is, what have you learned so far in life? Whether you believe it or not, there's something that you've learned that nobody else knows, right? Like for you, that you have some unique experience that nobody can attest to, right? So when you're on the path of figuring out what it is that I am, what advantage I have, right? You're asking this question, what is my advantage? What is it that I can provide as value for somebody else? Well, has anybody ever had your voice? Has anybody ever had your complexion? Has anybody ever had been called your name, right? For as long as you have? No, the answer is no. There is so much unique experience, and it's so apparent to me that we are just not conscious of the richness, the value that we have just in our experience alone. Like if you can tell somebody how you survive physical abuse, for example, how you survive, like I know women in my life that have come to me and sought insight from me because they went through some sexual traumas. You get what I'm saying? And it was a bad time situation, so on and so forth. But these are different aspects that I understand about myself. I'm here to help heal that. You get what I'm saying? In the opposite sex, but really in people in general. You get what I'm saying? So that's an aspect that I'm aware of in myself. So what is it that you have, once again, that people come to you for? And you have a story that is backed by that, right? So when we ask the question, what have you learned so far in life? What is it that you learned? What is it that you've gathered in life from experience, and you can say, yo, I know how to handle this. I know how to handle that. I know how to overcome this. I know how to overcome that. You know what I'm saying? If you are a martial artist like myself or my brother Toxic here, or, you know what I'm saying, like although created by Zero, I don't know if he was a martial artist, but he's a famous, you know what I'm saying, videographer and filmmaker, if you will, that travels across the world and things of that nature, right? So each of us have experience, if you will, in the realm or the world of, you know, our own field of expertise, if you will, right? So we have an experience that a lot of people don't have. So that alone is something that you can start to teach somebody else, the principles, the values, the disciplines that you learn along that process, all the way around. That's everybody's field. You get what I'm saying? Wherever it is that you are, you have unique experiences that you already cultivated. Once again, that you what is cultivated is grown, it's been harnessed, it's been energized, or I don't know if energized is the right word, but it's been grown, right? It's been grown over your life because you are dedicated to a life of evolution. Once again, so I'm speaking to the masters, right? So we've asked the question, what do people come to you for? We asked the question, what have you learned so far in life? And you know, the next question I have is what makes you different from everybody else? Okay, what is it that you have that you know for sure, yo, this is for sure makes me completely different? Well, if we go back to the basics, once again, nobody else has your name, nobody else has your voice, nobody else has your mind, nobody else has had the experiences that you had growing up. So these are different aspects. This is a whole world of experience that you can pull from, and you see the light of it. Yes, you've had dark times and things of that nature, but now you can speak from them because you are now in the light, right? You have awareness of your own story, right? So once again, these are things that I would start to write down. You know what I'm saying? If I was not me and I was not speaking here at this moment in time, because I've already written them down. I wrote down these questions, right? And you know, as you go through each one of them, you start to understand, oh man, there's so much that I have in terms of being able to give value to somebody else, right? So, and then so that's the number one, right? So that's your unique genius, right? So how to identify your advantage in life, how to be conscious of what it is that you have that nobody else has. You start with your unique genius. You recognize you are unique in your creation, right? Nobody else is like you. Next, we want to understand what's the next step, right? What's the next step to being able to monetize what's going on, Jay Honcho? What's happening? What's the next step to monetize the skills that you have? You get what I'm saying? There are certain skills that you have acquired in this life. For example, my brother Toxic, I know you play the guitar. You get what I'm saying? That's a skill that you can literally teach somebody else, right? And people would pay you for that because people don't know how to play the guitar, but some people want to learn how to play the guitar. You get what I'm saying? Same thing goes for the martial arts, right? You know, like I know that there's people that want to learn, women in particular that need to learn, right, self-defense. So I have an objective to be of service in that manner. And so I provide that service. I don't have it displayed anywhere yet. That's my objective, right? But that is one service that I do provide. You know what I'm saying? I've taught many different times, you know what I'm saying, in many different dynamics where I can be of value to somebody and let them know, yo, this is how you defend yourself, right? So you want to find out what is the next, because the objective is to monetize these skills, right? So what's the next step for you, right? You want to decide what that next step is and then be conscious of how you can take that next step. You know what I'm saying? So what is the next step for? So for example, for me would be, like I just said, I didn't have my listing of all the services that I provide. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've been working on, you know what I'm saying, over the last, really, not even the whole last month, but really this last week, you know what I'm saying? I've been taking the time to figure out what are my skills. Like look at this whiteboard that I have in my cell here. I have a listing of all the skills that I provide and my services that I provide, right? So you want to be conscious of what those are. And now my next step is that I know I need to go online and go ahead and put that onto an actual website. So I can say, okay, these are the skills and the services that I provide, so on and so forth. That's what value I know that I have to be able to give, right? So you want to decide on what that is and you figure out how you can monetize your skills, yourself. What is it that you do on a regular basis that is of value to somebody else? You get what I'm saying? Even if you are teaching, you know, I know I have skills when it comes to customer service, right? I know how to deliver customer service in the manner that I know I've been disrespected in customer service, and I learn how to handle that dynamic and be on that side. But in the same manner, I know how to deliver the customer service, right? So that's a value that some people actually need in life. But some people have no idea how to deliver customer service, right? Or they have no idea how to communicate at that level. right? So these are values that we can continuously contribute to others that maybe you just haven't been conscious of these values that you do have, but there's a lot of value that you have, right? So we ask that question, and these questions start to guide our minds to see what it is that you can do, right? So here's some options that I know that I am building and masterminding on, I'm saying, of how I can continuously deliver on these. But I want to put together a course, you know what I'm saying? So a course is a way that you can begin to do that. A course that helps you to teach somebody how to have excellent customer service, for example, or teach somebody how to get out of a chokehold, for example, or teach somebody how to, like I said before, play the guitar, or teach somebody how to make a certain block, or how to escape, I'm saying, from a grip, somebody trying to take your life, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are different things that are skills that I could pass on to somebody else. For example, also how to set up a business, you know what I'm saying? Also how to set up a YouTube, how to grow a YouTube, you know what I'm saying? How to, publish shorts, and what are the benefits and advantages of, posting a short at a certain time, so on and so forth. Like, these are different skills that I know that I have, and I can go down the line and I can say, boom, 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 right? So once again, the next step for me is to put all that down and to be conscious of, okay, these are the different things that you can grow in, right? I know that I have different areas of spirituality that I aim to grow in every single day. I know I have different areas of business that I aim to grow in every single day. I know I have different areas of my mindset. I'm constantly working to have the mind, right, to prepare my design of life every single day. And on top of that, I also have my fitness. Obviously, I dedicate myself to training every single day on a daily basis, right? So every single day, I'm working to build these different aspects of my character. And so I know that, courses is one way, books is another way. Podcast is a thing that I think a lot of people are still sleeping on for some reason. Podcast is a way to truly, truly get your message out there. And it's something that I'm becoming conscious again, yes, sir, host. It's something that I've been becoming conscious again of, and it's something that I know is something that's an extreme value, right, for whoever wants to tap in, right? So podcasts, videos, courses, books, I said videos, right? And like webinars, video webinars, things of that nature, right? So in a video, if you could tell somebody, these are the 5 steps, that's what it takes for you to start a business, that would be of extreme value to somebody, I would imagine, you know what I'm saying? And so that's that, right? So that's number 2. Take the next step. Find out what the next step is to monetize your skills, to put your skills out into the world. And then next, go ahead and so that's number 2, right? And then number 3 is learn how to share your value. Okay, you want to. Yes, when it comes to sharing your value, what you got to do is start to share it. You got to start to just put it out. You got to go live on Instagram. You got to post on Instagram. You got to go live on YouTube. You got to post on YouTube. You got to put your aims and your desires to go behind something, because the more that you can start to just share the value of what it is that you've learned in life, you need to just start to share your experience so that you can start to get all the ideas and the philosophies and concepts that you got going on in your head out clearly. You're gonna want to start now. You're gonna want to start now before it's time for you to be in front of the world, if you will, right? You're gonna want to start to get clear on what are the different ways, because one way that we process. I know it works for me this way. I'm not a professional speaker or anything of that sort. I am conscious of my communication. And I find different times where I go unconscious in my communication. So that's where, I'm dancing around in my mind and I'm figuring out what I'm going to say next, so on and so forth, instead of just saying, what it is I want to say. So that's my work, though. That's something that I know I can work on. But regardless, that didn't let that stop me, right, from growing and sharing my insights, my knowledge in life. Like, I knew I had to put it out in order for somebody to receive value from what it is that I say. I got to put it out. You got to start to just share your value. You got to, not be shy about the value that you have, but put it out consciously, knowing that there's nobody else that's going to receive the value from you, if you are not willing to share it and put it out. So, find a way to put it out, whether it be YouTube, whether it be through, the Instagram app called Threads, you get what I'm saying? Whether it be through Instagram in itself, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be through Twitter or X, whatever it's called now. Whether it be through TikTok, whether it be through Pinterest, whatever it is and wherever you can put your value out to the world, do that on a consistent basis and see what happens. See what value you really start to gather, right, when it comes to putting out your insights and your philosophies and your concepts to the world, right? Because at the end of the day, there's so much that you have, once again, that you have no idea right, is available for you. You get what I'm saying? Until you begin to start to share your value. So don't wait any longer, right? You don't have to wait, right, to start to share your value, to start to figure out what it is that your advantages is, you know what I'm saying, in life. No, you can decide what that is and you can start to create with that. And you can choose right now to be another moment that's a representation of your creative advantage in life, right? Because you can take what it is you're learning right now and you can literally go apply it. You can decide that, yo, I'm just not going to stop in this thing called life. I'm just not going to hesitate to grow and evolve and become the greatest version of myself. No, I'm going to utilize these things in which I've written down. Okay, now I know what it is people come to me for. I know what I've learned in life so far. I know what value or what makes me different from everybody else. Once you know these things, you can begin to understand, okay, now I have these values and how can I monetize this? How can I, now that you have these values, right, you're clear on what value you provide, how do you go about providing that value? Is it through the service that you provide now? Like what do you do for work? You know what I'm saying? There's if you look at the things that you're doing at work right now, you have so much that I'm sure that you're just become unconscious of. But these are different skills that you acquire, right? If you know how to write a report in a certain manner every single day, if you know how to organize, you know what I'm saying, every single day, there's just different things that you do every single day. If you are conscious of these different things that you're doing every single day, that's where the value is already. You have a lot of value. You have a lot of value that you can begin to provide for somebody else, but you don't know how deep that value runs until you begin to share that value with the world. Until somebody starts to tell you, "Yo, that was actually really valuable for me. Like, thank you for giving me the insights on how to discover my own advantage in life. Right? What skills have I acquired in life? Right? What do people come to me for? Right? What is it that I've learned in life? What is my unique experience, and what has it taught me? And how does that give me a competitive advantage in the world, right? All of this is available for everybody, right? So last but not least, I do want to mention to everybody, you know what I'm saying, to anybody that wants to work with me one-on-one, send me a message, okay? Let me know, hey, Master Mycellf, I'm trying to tap in with you on a one-on-one basis. I am putting together a program, once again, a course, if you will, that is set up for you to master the aspects of fitness, business, spirituality, and your mindset so that you can truly become a master of self and live this lifestyle of mastery. You know what I'm saying? Essentially seek your greater evolution, seek the next version of yourself. I want to help you shift from the reality that you're in to shift into another reality, if you will. Okay. So how we're going to do that, we're going to work together. Okay. We're going to cooperate. We're going to build together and build a business that is unparalleled. My objective is to go into business with different people across the world that have the intentions of, monetizing their skills and essentially getting started on their own evolution. You know what I'm saying? And so, that's my objective. That's my intention, is to help other people do that. And how we go about doing that, it starts here. You know what I'm saying? So once again, you want to be a part of that, message me, let me know. And let's tap in, let's work, you know what I'm saying? Because there's no time to waste. Right now, it's completely free, right? It's completely free. And that's a very rare thing for me to do. So I'm only taking about 10 people. So I'm going to put out the word. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and chop up this video, whatever the case may be. So let me start it over one more time. Just to give a clear announcement for everybody. I want y'all to know and understand, okay? I'm going to take the next 3 months, okay, and be coaching people, right, for the next 3 months, if you will. Maybe 1 month at a time, actually, I haven't decided. But I'm going to be taking, so let me start over, okay? For everybody that wants to tap in, okay, what you want to do is connect with me. Send me a message. Let me know, okay, Master Mycellf, I want to work with you on a one-on-one basis. It's really going to be in a group atmosphere, right? We'll meet together and we'll work one-on-one. And essentially, we'll figure out what it is that you want to build in terms of the business, your skills, the coaching that you want to provide, the consulting that you want to do, whatever it is that you want to do for this world, whatever your service is, we're going to find a way to monetize all of that, put it online, okay? So the first 10 people is completely free, right? After that, I'm starting to charge, okay? So I just want to make a clear announcement for everybody. You ready to tap in, you know where to tap in with me, Master Mycellf. I'm available via DM on Instagram. Also, contact me on my websites, whether it be the Daily Beast or whether it be the selfcode.com. You know what I'm saying, my business platform and things of that nature. So wherever it is that you want to tap in with me, and send me a message. Let me know. Like I said, it's only for the first 10 people that will contact me and want to work together, right? So that we can build a business for you help you to monetize your skills and essentially shift in reality, right? Let's get you out the matrix. Let's get you out of the 9 to 5 job. Let's get you in the position that you want to be in. If you do want to continue in your 9 to 5 job, let's get you in the dream lifestyle, that whatever it is that you want, right? Let's create that together. That's my objective, is to help you do that, all right? I will end this episode, okay, with a 5-minute meditation. This is what we call a meditative moment, all right? So I'm going to get off of IG. That's where we tap in every single Monday, right? And we tap in with the meditative moment, all right? So let me post this real quick. All right, excellent. We in there. All right, all right. So IG's taken care of. What we're gonna do now is a meditative moment once again. Spend the next 5 minutes here tapping in, all right? What I want you to do is go ahead and close your eyes. 5 minutes starts now. Tap into the world within as you breathe in through your nose and let it out through your mouth. There is an entire universe that's deep within you. Breathe into it. In. And relax out. One more deep breath in through the nose. This time, hold it at the top. And relax. As your eyes are closed, begin to look inside. This is a space that nobody else can control. This is a space that's so sacred and unique to you. Nobody else has access to this space, but it's your own inner world. It's where I call my mind is my temple. This is your inner temple. This is your inner space. In case you don't know, I say, my mind is my temple. I am master of myself. Look inside your inner temple. Get familiar with this space. Take another deep breath in. Let your body relax. Let your heart relax. Let your temperature drop. Enjoy the next 3 minutes of peace. You tap into the world within. All right. As you come from your inner space, appreciate the time that you took just now to focus on the world within and tap into your inner space. As always, it's a pleasure and an honor to meet with everybody here from the Master's Table. I go by the name Master Mycellf, and until next cycle, man, it's a pleasure and an honor to tap in with you. We're here live every single Monday, so you can join us every single Monday, and you can tap in with me every single day on my YouTube. You want to look me up by Master Mycellf, the same way that you see it spelled on Instagram. Myself is spelled Mycellf, and every single day, I'm dedicated to changing and evolving myself. And I have some true secrets, right, to self-transformation. So if you're ready to transform yourself, if you're ready to tap in, when you're ready to tap in, you know where to find me, all right? Tap in with me every single day, man. It's the one and only Master Mycellf, tapping out from IMC Nation, IMC Base 5, be the best and fuck the rest. But we always say in IMC Nation is be the best and fuck the rest, right? But what I always say is knowledge of self is knowledge of wealth. It's the one and only Master Mycellf.